Start the clock.
Howdy kids, Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. News from in and around the universe. And well, you know the rest. Why y'all looking at me funny? Okay, but that's a whole nother story. All right. Apparently, allegedly, and all this. All right, that's right. Well, before we get all that, Omega Files this weekend's Big Trouble in Little China. Now, the following week, we're going back to Skype, and it's going to probably be audio. And the reason being is, well, in case none of you have heard this yet, Simon Fisher Becker. Oh, forgive me. Oh, God, I just mispronounced his name. That's good. Simon Fisher Becker has agreed to do an Omega Files cast. He wants to do a Q&A, and that's going to take place on Saturday the 11th. We'll be recording it then. So I'm going to try to jam as many people into the room as I can, and if it comes down to it, we're going to have to, see who can make it and who can't. It's going to be recording at around 1 p.m. our time. That's 6 p.m. UK. And also, if you are going to be involved in it, you have got to be there early. And remember, that's April 11th, not this Saturday. That's Big Trouble in Little China, the following Saturday. So we're going to be skipping over that week, and we'll go back into the Carpenter movies after that with The Thing. But just, if you are interested in it, let me know. If you can't make it, send me a question. Text it to me, send it to me, or message me on Twitter. Bounce me a message on Facebook, or even leave one in the comment box sometime between now and then. I'll write it down, and if we have time while we're doing the Q&A, I'm going to ask some questions from viewers or folks who couldn't make it for the recording. So keep that in mind. April 11th, the Omega Files will be a Q&A with Simon Fisher Becker, a.k.a. Dorian Maldivar. All right, so keep that on your calendars. Okay, but let's get into it, shall we? Because there was some really big stuff that got dropped while I was at work today. So, all right, let's take a look. Okay, well, this ain't exactly big stuff to start off with, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, first off, apparently this was posted on Jenna Coleman's Instagram sometime today. Allegedly, this is just a couple of folks moving around with a portable green screen. The thing is, the terrain does look like it might be Tenerife. Folks were speculating this is probably Wales. But the thing is, I'm waiting for a confirmation on it. They may already be on break. See, I do have a couple of photos lurking around here somewhere, but all they were was of a clapboard, in which on it was Series 9, Episode 6. So they are putting 5 and 6 into Block 3, which is not unusual. But what I think it is, they may be just trying to get as much done between those two episodes as they can because, Easter break is here, if not here already. Considering this Friday is Good Friday, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they did start this week for break. So, okay. So that was the big thing from Jenna Coleman's page, okay? That's the big deal. All right, but let's get into the really big deal, shall we? All right, here, and away we go. Okay, first up, Doctor Who reveals that Maisie Williams is going to be a guest star in Series 9. And from the way they're talking, all right, let's go through it real quick. Having landed back in the UK, fresh from touring the US, today Maisie Williams set foot on the Doctor Who TARDIS to take up a guest role in the hit BBC One show that returns to our screens this autumn. Now, Maisie's already found global fame and is renowned for her role as Arya Stark in the international fantasy drama series Game of Thrones. She also starred in the one-off docudrama Cyberbully and was cast as one of the leads of Carol Morley's drama The Falling. Now, as well as being a 3-time Screen Actors Guild Award nominee. In the February of this year, she was awarded with the Shooting Star Award at the Berlin Film Festival. On her first day on the set, Maisie said, quote, "I'm so excited to be working on Doctor Who. It's such a big and important part of British culture. I can't wait to meet the cast and crew and start filming, especially as we'll be shooting not too far from my hometown," end quote. Now, Stephen Moffat added, end quote, "We're thrilled to have Maisie Williams joining us on Doctor Who. It's not possible to say too much about who or what she's playing, but she's going to challenge the Doctor in very unexpected ways. At this time, he might be out of his depth, and we know Maisie is going to give him exactly the right sort of hell," end quote. Now, bursting with drama, wit, and heart, the show continues filming with 2 period adventures, The Girl Who Died, written by Jamie Matheson and Stephen Moffat, and The Woman Who Lived by Catherine Trujina. So that's 2 more titles we got. So keep that in mind. Now, Catherine Trigina has already written for Torchwood. She wrote like Meat and Adam, and I can't remember what else. Don't worry, it'll hit me in about a half hour after I do this. Okay, but the duo continue to travel through the epic adventures directed by Ed Bazalgette, BBC One's 18th century drama Poldark. Now, comedian and actor Rufus Hound, who recently appeared in the series Cucumber, also joins the guest cast along the BBC Three's siblings and BBC's Horrible History star Tom Stoughton, Onion Bakar, Simon Lipkin, Ian Cunningham, Murray MacArthur, Barnaby Kay, John Vos, or is it Voce? Very sorry, and Struan Roger. Doctor Who's had a decade of success since its relaunch, and the BBC is one of the BBC's highly regarded dramas. The much-loved brand is already a phenomenon, delivering on a global scale, with last series a consolidated average of 7.4 million viewers. Get that straight, folks. The BBC Cymru Wales produced drama will return to BBC One this autumn, and further guest casting will be announced before that. All right, so another article here from the Radio Times. You may want to check out Doctor Who. What can we expect from the girl who died and the woman who lived? Matter of fact, they go into this here. What does the title pattern mean? Who is the girl, woman, and are they really dead? Could the title refer to another episode? Is Maisie Williams playing a villain? When and where will the episodes be set? Will Peter Capaldi take off his shirt a lot and ride a horse near some water? Okay. That's kind of a creepy thought right there. All righty. Jumping on over to Radio Times. Peter Capaldi surprises young fans at the Doctor exhibition in yet another heartwarming video. That's right. Appearing in character as a doctor, Capaldi remains the title of the greatest man alive. Now, this is another video, I think, from the same day, same time, and it's really worth a watch. Sit down and watch it. It's just amazing how good he is with the kids. He actually sits there and does a Q&A as the doctor, and they do ask him some pretty intriguing questions. Okay, quickly, Montreal Comiccon unveils the 2015 lineup. So it's going to be taking place at the Palais de Congrès in Montreal from July 3rd to the 5th. Of course, Karen Gillan's amongst the list there. Alrighty. Okay, many celebrities will attend, including guest of honor Karen Gillan and British actor John Barrowman, and there's that Dothraki guy. See, there's Jason Momoa and Giancarlo Esposito. A lot of people remember Giancarlo Esposito not only from the first couple seasons of Once Upon a Time as the Magic Mirror dude, but he is also, of course, one of the, some of us knew him as Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. All right. See, next up on the list. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sometimes that pop-up menu comes up. Doctor Who Adventures moves to Panini. That's right. Doctor Who Adventures, the UK published magazine aimed at younger Doctor Who fans, is to move its publishers to Panini UK the next month. Will become a stablemate of Panini's existing Doctor Who magazine. Now, or it will become a stablemate. Doctor Who, so you know the rest of this. If you want further information, downthetubes.org has further information on these, including a preview of the first new-style Doctor Who Adventures comic strip, and the strip will be drawn by Russ Leach. And like I said, if you want more information on this, here's a link right here. You can go click on it. It'll take you right over there, all right? Okay, next up, interview with the 10th Doctor comics writer, Nick Abadzis. Doctor Who News has recently had the privilege of interviewing the talented comic book writer Nick forgive me, it's just that name slowing me all there. Is it Abadzis? Okay. Who works on the ongoing 10th Doctor series from Titan Comics. Having enjoyed the news stories, which I've reviewed for some time now here on this site, I was fascinated to find out a bit more about the process behind them. And, of course, they go into it a bit here. They show you little snippets of it here. And keep in mind, Doctor Who 10th Doctor Volume 1 is now out in the comic book stores and reaches bookstores on the March 31st. And the full interview is right here at Doctor Who Reviews if you want to go check it out. All right, jumping over here, big finish, the Doom Coalition. This is going to be the new range for the 8th Doctor. They're finally going to leave Dark Eyes behind. Starring Paul McGann as the Doctor and Nicola Walker as his companion Livchenka, the series will see the TARDIS recalled to Gallifrey by the Time Lords, where they'll be battling a new foe known only as the 11. The Doom Coalition is an epic saga that will span 4 box sets, a total of 16 episodes, forming one breathtaking, interconnecting saga that will push the Doctor's bravery and resourcefulness to its limits. So, Okay, the first box set will see a new addition to the TARDIS team when gifted philologist Helen Sinclair steps aboard for the second episode. Helen is played by Hattie Moran, or is it Moran or is it Moran? Okay, whose many leading credits include Bodies, Eternal Law, The Blood She Circle, and the upcoming film Mr. Holmes. And then they have some more quotes there. Doom Coalition's first episode introduces a brand new villain, albeit one that the Doctor has been battling throughout his lives. The 11 is a Time Lord who retains each one of his personalities every time he regenerates. And now in his 11th incarnation, he is an insane sociopath. Captured by the 7th Doctor and placed in confinement on Gallifrey, the 11 has been contained for many years, but now he has escaped. The 11 is played by Mark Benar, who was recently seen in Channel 4's Catastrophe and won critical acclaim in The Line of Duty. His other leading credits include Shetland, Psychoville, and Paradox. The first volume's cast includes the following: Robert Bathurst, Carolyn Langrish, Raymond Tickeram, David Yelland, John Woodvine, Harry Myers, Ezra Hall, and Matthew Cottle. The Doom Coalition is due to be released in October of this year. The remaining 3 volumes will follow at 6-month intervals. God, I can't believe I just said that. Intervals through 2016 and 2017. All right, jumping on over to Blogger real quick. Doctor Who guest stars in the Thunderbirds Are Go. This is that new CGI series. You have Adjoa Ando, Kevin Novak, Thomas Brody Sangster, and of course Angel Colby, who are all going to pop up in that series. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the Thunderbird series, I'm more of a fan of the original one. I prefer the marionettes, but okay. All right, jumping on over here. Doctor Who collectible figurines. BBC Shop have got some great news. Doctor Who figurines are in. Click on the images above if you want to take a good look at them. Including with this latest set of the Cyberman figure, Weeping Angel, Ice Warrior Varga, and Sontaran Commander Lynx. And keep in mind, these are limited editions. They the amazing figurines are available to pre-order for the BBC Shop now. The items are currently listed as being in stock from April 1st. And if you want, there's a link right here if you want to go order. All right, so if you take a look at that. And lastly for today, Doctor Who, the Great BBC Balls Up. Christopher Morley turns back the clock to a decade, to March 30th, 2005, and revisits the BBC's unfortunate handling of the departure of the 9th Doctor. This is a very intriguing story. You may want to go take a look at that, especially if you've got a lot of you fans out there going, how come Eccleston only did 1 year? This is why, okay? It goes into it a bit. Okay, sorry this one's a bit long, but what happened was I was going to do a weekend wrap-up last night, but I was just dead tired. And, I decided, screw it, I'll just combine it with this one. Then all of a sudden, boom, we got hit with the news with Maisie Williams, who, by the way, I am a big fan of Game of Thrones. I love watching it. And you're like, Dr. Freedom. Yeah, this is my new look. Don't you like it? It's pretty cool. Also, I found out, apparently, I was at war, and I didn't even know it. That's a whole other story. So take care until next time, kids. Later. Have a good one. Dr. Freedom.